All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh. Do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Christ. It's your brother Yaiqua, HOIGA, coming back at you with a couple scriptures real quick and a couple articles that I read as we move forward towards this election day eve. Tensions are rising, and we're coming to that boiling point. You know what I mean? Like water, when you put it on the stove, right before it starts to boil, right, you see the bubbles. So you know it's coming up. You know what I mean? You know it's about to start boiling, right? So I'm going to start off with Isaiah 62, start at verse 6, all right? And it reads, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. What do the watchmen do? They watch. They watching these, watching the signs. You see what I'm saying? What's going on in the world today. And we're bringing that information back to the people, man. We're trying to warn our people because, you know, like I said, tensions is rising, right? Yea, they make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. All right. So we're not going to keep quiet about this stuff. As we're getting it, we're going to give it to y'all. Verse 7, and give him no rest till he establish and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. You see what I'm saying? So we're not going to stop bringing y'all these words, these articles, this news, man. What's going on? You see what I'm saying? Christ told us to watch the times. You see what I'm saying? One more scripture real quick before I get into these articles. We're going to go to Timothy 3, 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. This is a real perilous time. You know what I mean? Nothing certain right now. It's shaky out here. We don't know which way this ungodly country is headed. You know what I mean? We don't know if this is going to be the last year. We don't know. But all signs is pointing to America's destruction, right? Check this out. You see the title, gun sales are soaring. As we move forward towards this election, man, the country's divided even more than it has been ever. You see what I'm saying? And this article is especially interesting because, you know, every election year you have, gun sales. They soar up through the roof or whatever because, you know what I mean, the right wing is thinking that the left wing is going to take their right to own guns. But this time it's something different, right? And it's going to tell you. Right. See, this in previous election years, sales spikes were believed to be driven almost entirely by long-time gun owners who worried that a Democratic president might impose new restrictions on firearms. See, before, you know what I mean, every election, they would always hurry up and buy up the guns and the ammo, thinking they're going to have to get it up or they can't own this. They won't be able to get that. But this time it's different. It's going to tell you. This time, the sales appear to be driven by fears of societal instability. And the gun shop owners and trade groups say the customer base is much broader, including large numbers of Black Americans, women, and people who identify as politically liberal. You see that? So people that normally wouldn't go in to buy guns now is buying guns. You see what I'm saying? You got a bunch of younger Black men buying guns. You got women buying guns now. You see what I'm saying? You got left-wing liberals that wouldn't never allow a firearm in their house. Now they're going out and trying to buy firearms. You see what I'm saying? Because, like I said, the future is unstable right now. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's worried about what's going on. You hear all the talks going on. If Donald Trump wins, then the left wing is going to do something. And if Biden wins, then the Trumpers are going to do something. The Republicans, you know what I mean? We saw the videos. We saw Billy Bob, you know what I mean, making his threats, talking about we're coming. And here's the even frightening part. That's right here in Georgia, right here in Cartersville, man. Cartersville is only 30 miles away from Atlanta. So the first place they're not going to be sitting around in their hometown. They're riding through the streets of Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's perilous times, man. You know what I mean? Let's read a little bit more. People are uneasy. Said Jay Winton, who works at Ronnie's Center Phase Shop, the outdoorsman, which is out of stock. You see this? Out of stock of many varieties of weapons and ammunition, as well as accessories such as gun safes. You can't even go to a gun store right now in Georgia and find, a lot of guns. A lot of guns are sold out, or the ammunition is at stupid prices right now. Certain ammo you just can't even find. You know what I mean? Let's read a little bit more. Let's see where we at. Here we go. Right here. Either side feels like if their side loses, the country is coming to an end. You see that? This is what people are afraid of right here. And one side has more guns than the other. And you already know which side that is, the right wing. You know what I mean? They've been stocking up and buying guns for generations. You see what I mean? So let's get a couple scriptures on that, man. Because, see, this is something that we should have already been prepared for. You see what I mean? Let me get, first and foremost, we're going to start off at Luke. Let me get Luke real quick. Luke 22. This ain't nothing new. You see what I mean? Everybody's afraid of guns. You know what I mean? We should have already been preparing. And not just guns and munitions. You know what I mean? Food. You know what I mean? Water. You should have enough provisions in your home. You know what I mean? To survive at least a month or two. You see what I mean? And I'm going to tell you something. All them individual lights and, you know what I mean, the Christian lights and so on and so forth that hate camps and loners and don't need nobody. I'm going to tell you something, man. It's going to be hard out here for you. It's going to be real out here for you. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Most High said to gather yourselves together. He didn't say just you by yourself. You see what I'm saying? Let's read it. Luke 22:36. Then said he unto them, but now he that hath a purse, let him take it. And likewise his scrip. And he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. You see what I'm saying? Even Christ is saying, hey, man, you might want to go get you something. You know what I mean? I don't care what you got to do it, as long as it's, you know what I'm saying, within the law. But you might want to have one because you don't want to be caught out here. Instead of have it and not need it, then the need is not happen, man. Because, you know what I mean, we're moving in that time of Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is like right in the back door. Like any second now. Let's read about it a little bit. You know, let's start at verse 7, Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. You see what I'm saying? That Jacob's trouble is going to be something serious, man. You know what I mean? The 2/3 got to go some way. And, hey, this is going to be part of it. You know what I mean? We're going to read about a little bit more of it in Daniel, the 7th chapter. You know what I mean? We're going to start at verse 21. You see what I'm saying? This is talking about Jacob's trouble too. I beheld the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against it. You see that? This horn is talking about is that little horn that stemmed out of those 3 horns, which is known today as spiritual Babylon in Egypt, which is America. You see what I mean? And guess what? That horn prevailed against them, meaning if this thing crack off like they say it is, we're going to lose. We're going to be in bad shape. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us is going to be in real bad shape. You see what I mean? We ain't going to have enough provisions stocked up. You know what I mean? We ain't going to have no munitions. You know what I mean? Not that we're relying on, munitions and firearms and so on, but it's better to have it and not need it. Just in case, man, you got to protect your family. You see what I mean? Verse 22, until the Ancient of Days came and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. So right now, that horn is going to prevail if we, if this thing kicks off, and it's only the Most High when he sends his son. That's how we're going to be saved out of it. It ain't going to be because of our firearms. You see what I mean? It ain't going to be because, you doing something right or you by yourself or the Most High's just dealing with you. You see what I'm saying? He said he's coming to get all of us. You see what I'm saying? That's the only way we're gonna prevail against this thing. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be ugly. I'm gonna be real. You know what I mean? Let's get 2nd Ezra 15, just a couple scriptures. I ain't going too deep into nothing. You see what I mean? 2nd Ezra 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. I mean, it's close. This thing is close. You see what they worried about right here. Either side feels like if their side loses, the country is coming to an end. And one side has more guns than the other one. You see what I'm saying? It's not gonna be pretty if it goes down. You see what I mean? For the sword, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men. Sedition is rebellion. It's going to be rebellion among men. You see what I'm saying? Once this election, however this election goes, you know what I mean? Something's going down. You got Texas already calling National Guard troops to come in just in case. You got states like D.C., Washington, so on and so forth, already boarding up their buildings and their windows and stuff, because they're already predicting this. And we already know that these militias and these, you know what I mean, these supremacy groups, a lot of them, their leaders and stuff like that, they're all plants from CIA plants to stir up, you know what I mean, stir up, get the crowd rowdy, so on and so forth. And that works on the left-hand side too. You see what I mean? It's the same way on the left-hand side. Antifa, even I forget what the black militia's called, but you know, they got CIA agents over there too. You see what I'm saying? And invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power, meaning they're gonna prevail. You see what I'm saying? So this thing could get ugly, man. You know what I mean? Christ said it too. You see what I'm saying? Matthew 24. You see what I'm saying? Here we go. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, man. That's coming to a backyard near you, man. So we got to be prepared. You see what I'm saying? And kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. We already seeing this. It's a meat shortage out here. You know what I mean? We went into a vegetable shortage over the summer because all the farmers couldn't even, you know what I mean? They couldn't do nothing with their crops because all the stores, everything was shut down. You see what I'm saying? Now they're talking about meat shortages. You see what I'm saying? And pestilence, diseases. You know what I mean? We got the pandemic. We're in the middle of that right now. You see what I'm saying? Earthquakes in diverse places. You see what I'm saying? All this going on right now. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta be prepared for these kind of things, man. Because like it says, either side feels like if their side loses, country's coming to an end, man. They're gonna do something about it. They're already telling us. You see what I'm saying? One more article. Watch this. Look at this. Trump defends Texas drivers who swarm Biden bus on highway. FBI investigating. You see that? I ain't gonna play the video. Y'all can look this up. But in Austin, Texas, a caravan of vehicles displaying Trump campaign flags and signs swarmed the Biden bus or campaign bus between San Antonio and Austin on Friday afternoon, leading the Democrats on board to call 911 and counseled the Austin close of their Battle for the Soul of the Nation tour. Right. According to the Biden campaign, the vehicle surrounded the bus, trying to slow it down in the middle of the highway or run it off the road. You see that? That's sedition amongst men right there. That's a nation divided against itself, but still, you know what I mean? Either way, we just read it right here where it said either side feels like if they lose, the country is coming to an end, man. You see what I'm saying? So one last scripture, that's all I wanted to say, man. We got to be watchful, you know what I mean, and hope we can survive this thing, man. You know what I mean? We need each other more than ever right now. You know what I'm saying? Luke, let's see, 21 and 36. I'm going to close out on this. Verse 36, watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. So that's all we can do right now, man. Watch and pray that we make it through this thing, man. You see what I'm saying? And ultimately, this, Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together, because we all we got right now. Either way, however this thing pans out, it's coming back on us. So we got to be ready for that. All the pandemic fell back on us. You know what I mean? All this stuff is going to come back on us either way. All right. So gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. And with that, give all praise, honor, and glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh. Do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah, who the world calls Christ. Shalom.